everybody knows the secrets to success, but the reason why not everyone's successful is because not everyone's going to apply those secrets. That is just a fact. Hey guys, welcome to another video. Today's video is going to be chit chat with the girls. I still can't get over it, sorry. I bet people on my Instagram are tired of me raving about having a girl. It is a thing. I'm a changed woman. Anyway, I digress. This video is gonna be chit chat with the girls, and if I look up and I'm smiling and you're wondering like what's she doing, it's because David's behind this camera and he's not allowed to come here because he's not a girl. Anyway, before we get into the meat of this video, if you guys are not already subscribed to our channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification, because that's when you know when we've posted a new video. So let's dive right in. Today's topic, as you can see from the title, is postpartum secrets. Now, why have I decided to do this video? Because I cannot get over the amount of compliments that I've been getting since having a baby. Thank you so much. I'm honestly really flattered. And I mean, I'm a bit jealous that I didn't get this amount of compliment when I had Kian and Noah, but I'm not mad. I'm actually not mad. Also, my last picture on Instagram didn't also help, even though, I mean, we all know that they're bits and bobs that swim trunks hide. The boys are on holiday. David and I decided to go to the beach and posted a photo. Again, lots of compliments and private messages of people asking me, girl, what did you do? Spill the tea. So I decided to actually do this video to give you my honest opinion on what my schedule or my routine is like and why I look the way that I look after having a baby. The first thing I'm gonna say is I have never let the pressure of conforming to societal standards make me go off and do the most. Right? It's just been a personal decision, especially in comparison to the other pregnancies. Judging from the fact that I didn't even receive this much compliments, the reality is the experience of having Kian and Noah and now Ada, it has been a learning curve, and there are things that I didn't do then that I'm doing now, being more intentional about my lifestyle, and maybe that's why I look good and I feel good, and so I am gonna share that with you today. So, postpartum secrets. I would like to share these secrets in two broad categories. One is the things that make you feel good and the things that make you look good. Disclaimer, right? There's nothing that I'm gonna mention here today that nobody has heard before. Like I'm not the first. Me telling you to drink water and eat food and rest, you're not gonna be hearing it from me for the first time. But I think the difference is how intentional you are about these things, and will you actually do these things? Like, everybody knows the secrets to success, but the reason why not everyone's successful is because not everyone's gonna apply those secrets. That is just a fact. Whoa. Wow. There's nothing groundbreaking that I'm gonna share with you. I'm just gonna run through my own personal routine and how I apply that to my lifestyle. So the first thing that has made me feel good, especially since having a baby, is rest. I mean, most new moms know that the number one thing that makes you feel like your world is literally about to crumble is sleep deprivation. That is the thing, especially because they're on, probably 2 to 3 hour feeding schedule. You're changing nappies, you're burping. If your baby has colic, that's actually worse. Throwing eczema or a few skin disorders. Like, there's so many things that just interrupts your sleep. So sleep deprivation is a thing, and it actually does not make anybody feel good, especially when you have toddlers and you go through the rough night and you still basically have to continue your parenting responsibilities with the existing children. I'm only going to give this example based on my actual situation. In my case, David's very hands-on. I'm very lucky. So when it comes to the responsibility of both Kian and Noah, getting them ready for school, taking them to school, David's on the ball with that. When it comes to the sleep deprivation aspect, I'm also very lucky that, my parents-in-law, the fact that they're vaccinated, they're in Germany, which is, just an hour flight away or so. They've managed to calm down. And the one way that they're helping is actually taking the baby early in the morning. So we have this schedule where, she would have a feed around 5, the last feed, not the only feed throughout the night. She wakes up around 5 o'clock to have a feed and refuses to go back to sleep, basically. And 5 o'clock, everyone's still asleep. So I find that I'm awake with her from 5 until about 7, when David's dad, knocks on the door and he's like, I can take the baby. So anyway, he takes the baby and I then get another 3 to 4 hours of sleep. So I'm actually strolling out of the bedroom between 10, half 10, sometimes 12 o'clock midday. Not even gonna lie. So rest has really, really helped me to feel good. The other thing is my diet. Okay, so just eating, let alone eating healthy, but even eating. A lot of people would advise you that because of how difficult it is managing the responsibilities of a newborn, nobody wants to throw cooking into that mix. And even if you were to throw cooking into that mix, you're only able to afford really quick meals or quick bites that are not even that nutritional for you. So people would advise you to batch cook your food before you go to hospital, so that all you're worrying about is taking out of the freezer and microwaving. I personally didn't do that. I didn't batch cook. And so you guys know, when I had Ada, David's dad didn't actually come down immediately. So I found that first week, eating was a big deal in a way that it wasn't before, because David taking the baby in the morning so I can sleep, the last thing on his mind is cooking, and I'm waking up close to midday wondering, oh my God, I'm so hungry. What am I going to eat? And that actually just led me to, I wouldn't really say the closest junk to eat, but just the closest thing I could lay my hands on without even thinking about the nutritional benefits of it. So we just relied on ordering a lot of food. So we actually got like a catering company, had some food that we froze. And then we would actually just order food as we saw fit, really. But since having David's family around, they're really cooking very healthy meals. They're very healthy people. So eating very healthy, eating nutritional meals have also really, really helped me. And if you're not in a position to do that, like I said, you can actually rely on catering of healthy food, but also postpartum supplements help. So that's something you can be very intentional about taking, and that's something that can supplement the nutrition in the diet that you already have. Personally, when I was pregnant, right, obviously pregnant women get all these cravings, so I decided to indulge all of my cravings, okay? And that's why usually when I'm pregnant, if you go back to videos of pregnancy with Kian or with Noah, my pregnancy phases, I just look like a completely different human being, because I've not had the easiest pregnancies. Most of you know that. So if I'm gonna go through all of the rigorous process of getting pregnant and bringing life into this world, I'm not gonna deprive myself of things that will make me feel good around that period. So if I crave the donut at 9 p.m., I will bloody eat that donut at 9 p.m. So if I crave chocolate at 11 p.m., I will eat chocolate at 11 p.m. So I'm not saying this to advise you to do that. No, I'm just sharing with you what I did / what I do. But of course, I do recognize that lifestyle is potentially unhealthy. So when I've had the baby, I try to be intentional about what I eat. When David or his dad takes the baby at 7 and I go back to sleep and wake up between 10 to half 10, the reality is that is when I'm able to eat my breakfast. So what I found is, since having Ada, I do not eat my breakfast earlier than 10 a.m. mostly because I'm sleeping. Like, I'm literally asleep. So I wake up, I eat my breakfast at 10 a.m. And then between then, obviously it's a solid breakfast. So I'm not hungry until about 2 o'clock. So I find that I'm eating my lunch at 2 p.m. And obviously that then goes for the dinner as well. Between 6 and 7, I'm eating my dinner, because that's when, for example, it's a weekday that the boys are in school. They get back from school, and that's when we all eat dinner together as a family. So we're talking between 6:30 and 7. So the reality is all of my 3 meals for the day are consumed between 10 a.m. and 7 p.m. And after that, I do not eat any other thing. Like, I don't eat any other meals. If I get hungry after 7, before I go to bed at about 9 or 10, I have some fruits, love watermelon, apples, pears, oranges. The boys love fruits, so we always have fruits in the house. So I eat fruits and I drink tea. Okay, tea is your best friend. Moringa tea if you're looking to increase your breast milk supply, and sage tea if you're looking to decrease. These are teas that I've heard really work, but personally, I just want to be in the middle. So the teas that I usually drink would be peppermint tea, ginger lemon tea, green tea. So tea and fruits, those are the things that I would eat after 7 p.m. So again, it's not me depriving myself of any nutrition. I'm eating 3 healthy meals a day, and they're packed with nutrient. They're packed with vegetables. The only difference is I'm being intentional not to prolong my dinner. So for example, some people might decide to have their dinner at 10 p.m., 11. That doesn't work for me. I don't want to eat late. I don't want to feel heavy going to bed, and I don't want to feel heavy waking up in the morning. So that's as far as how I control my own diet. I'm not depriving myself of what to eat. I'm just being intentional about when I eat those meals. And if you guys are breastfeeding, you know that all of the points that I've listed, whether it's rest, diet, supplements, they do actually help with your milk supply and your milk production. If you're not resting properly, if you're not eating properly, if you're stressed, you know that that really affects your milk supply. Thankfully, I've not had that problem. Actually, I've had the other extreme, which is overproduction. And I know that a lot of people can be watching this video thinking, oh, I wish that was my problem. Honestly, I do not even wish that on anybody, because I have had 2 mastitis. Like, between Ada being born and getting to 4 weeks, I had completed 2 courses of antibiotics for mastitis because of overproduction, blocked ducts, cracked nipples, you name it. It just wasn't pleasant. And being engorged, being in pain, not very pleasant. But anyway, I think the goal is to be in the middle, okay? So to not have underproduction, but to not also have overproduction, because that comes with its own consequences. And resting, eating healthy, taking your supplements really does help maintain normal levels of milk production. Another thing that can help you feel good is exercises. And now, no healthcare professional would advise you to start crazy exercises. No one would even advise you to start exercises before 6 weeks. So for me, the light exercise is walking, okay? Walking out to the park sometimes is as much as what I'm doing at the moment. I'm actually looking forward to light exercises. So David's birthday bike arrived. So just going on the bike for a few minutes a day, walking, skipping. These are exercises that I plan to incorporate starting next week. But so far, the only thing I'm doing is walking. And that's something that has really helped me feel good, both psychologically and physically as well. So as far as feeling good, just to run through the list quickly, is get rest, eat well. Your diet is really important. Take postpartum supplements to help you, and incorporate light exercises. These are the 4 things that I'm personally doing, and I can testify has really helped me feel good. So let's talk about looking good. Now, the number one thing that makes women feel like shit is trying to fit into clothes that do not fit you. I mean, everybody has gone through it, and especially moms, where your body changes from pre-pregnancy to the pregnancy phase, then to the postpartum phase. Like, you're going down and up sizes like a yo-yo. And of course, if you're not intentional about incorporating some new pieces to your wardrobe, that can really, really affect the way that you feel, both physically and mentally as well. And I'll use myself for example. So before having hair, I was a UK 6. You guys know that last summer I had tried the intermittent fasting, but I was actually under a lot of stressors with the new normal, parenting the boys from home with schools closed, the uncertainty of my businesses, medics abroad being greatly affected. There's so many things contributed to drastic weight loss for me last summer, and I was a UK6. Prior to getting pregnant, I got up to between a 6 and an 8, and then being pregnant with the bump and the weight and everything, I got up to a UK 10, and now postpartum I'm back to a UK 8. So my point is, I'm just giving you an example that between the period of shortly getting pregnant and now having her, there's 3 sizes in the middle. And it took me being intentional and just accepting that, okay, my body has changed. I can no longer fit into these clothes. I will go out and buy clothes that fit me. Like this dress I'm wearing right now is a new purchase. Like I've had to go out and buy clothes that fit my body shape and my body size right now, because I recognize that when I'm trying to force myself into a pair of jeans that I was wearing prior to having a baby and it doesn't fit, or it looks so snug and I look like a squished animal, it obviously doesn't make me feel good, because I'm there thinking, oh my God, I can no longer fit. I mean, there's just a lot that comes with that. That's not something you need. Like, you're dealing with newborn, potentially more toddlers, trying to balance lifestyle and all that jazz. The last thing on your mind should be, what can I wear to go out to a hospital appointment? What can I wear to go to the park to walk my baby? So I've just gone out, purchased like a few new bits, obviously, because again, my weight is bouncing all over the place. I'm not going crazy changing my entire wardrobe. It's just, well, it's summer, I'm gonna buy 2 short dresses, 2 long dresses. I'm gonna buy a pair of jeans. I'm gonna buy 3 tops. Just a basic wardrobe of clothes that fit your lifestyle is really gonna help you look good. So that is my number 1 tip. And you'll be shocked, a lot of people are not intentional about it. Like, everyone's doing the most, trying to fit into what they were wearing before, or trying to then take drastic measures that will make you lose weight in a period of 4 weeks, so that you can go back to the wardrobe you were wearing. I mean, it just doesn't work. It ends up in a disaster. So I would really advise you to, switch up your closet. That's the number 1 thing that make you look good. Another thing is a bit of makeup, I mean, I don't wear makeup every day. I can't even be bothered. If I had the opportunity, would I wear makeup every day? The answer is no, I don't. But occasionally, I do like to look good. And the last few weeks where she's been mostly sleepy, as newborns are, and the boys are in school, I've actually had the opportunity to put on a bit of makeup. Also, I can just get David to help her do some makeup. I mean, if it makes you look good, why not? I mean, it's not something you have to do every day, but on those days where you're feeling like you can take over the world and you want to feel the part and look the part, just put on a bit of makeup as well. So those would be the 2 things on my list that I'm doing right now to look good. Of course, I can give you a few more things, like random things, but the purpose of this video is to share with you my personal example and why I'm feeling and looking the way that I am. But anyway, guys, this brings me to the end of the video, sharing my postpartum secrets and the things that have helped me to feel good and to look good. And of course, to say a huge thank you for all of the compliments that I've been getting. I really don't like the word snap back, because it's a term that's really caused a lot of like mental issues for women who've just had a baby and whose bodies have gone through this amazing change of bringing life into the world. So that word snapback has really put pressure on a lot of women trying to look like they did prior to having a baby. I mean, listen, I might get to my pre-pregnancy weight, but my body will never look the same. Literally, I have stretch marks, I have the scar on my section, my belly button is wonky from when the babies literally stretch out all of the collagen in my abdomen, and And I'm fine with that. Like I literally do not lose sleep about the amount of stretch marks on my thighs, on my abdomen. And I would really encourage every woman out there, do not put that pressure on yourself. Just be intentional about feeling good and looking good, and be patient to see the results. Okay, you carried a baby for 9 months. You can't expect to, well, you can expect it, but it's not gonna be healthy to put that pressure on yourself to snap back a few weeks before. So if I look good, thank you. It's a big compliment. I'm not putting the pressure on myself to look like I did before the baby. And I hope this video, if it does anything, it encourages you to take it one step at a time. Thanks for watching. Hopefully the next video you see the boys, because they're on holiday with their grandparents, which is really good for us anyway, to get a break. Although, are we really getting a break, David? No, we're not, because not really. It's actually easier dealing with toddlers who walk by themselves and talk by themselves. But anyway, I'm gonna end this video and show you Ada. Oh, you see her? She's fast asleep. Oh, my Ada mommy. Oh, I call her Ada mommy. Don't ask. Goodbye.